Founded in 2015, the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo marks its 10th year anniversary. But this year, it also shares another special anniversary with the Nintendo Entertainment System. Here you can find the Expo's largest exhibit yet, featuring the NES's history and legacy as a gaming console. Combine that with 26 special guest speakers and hundreds of vendors, and it's no surprise why over 7,000 attendees are expected here over this weekend. What started off as a simple Facebook group chat meetup has turned into one of gaming's largest community events. Thanks largely to the founders, Joel Albino, Joshua David, Leroy Raymond, and Ryan Shapiro. And a special thanks to Seamus here at the Cradle of Aviation Museum and his team's dedicated work to help put this event on. In fact, if the Cradle of Aviation hadn't created an expo 8 years ago specifically for gaming, the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo could have looked totally different today. But it isn't just the love of gaming that keeps people coming to this event, and that's what we're here to find out. I'm Nash from Off the Shelf Media, and this is the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo 2025. Tell us a little bit about why you come to the expo.
Well, actually, I started coming to the expo as a family affair. I wanted to bring my son to a great convention to start his love of video games, and what better place to do than to come back home. I originally am from Queens, so it's nice to be able to come back home and be able to share the experience with my son, and also to experience the vendors and all of the friends that we're meeting. It's a wonderful time.
I grew up with a bunch of these like retro games. Like my first console was a Super Nintendo, and before that, like I used to go to friends' house for like just Nintendo and Atari. So like coming out here, what's been great is bringing my family. And so I have we have a daughter, and showing her all these games in like, playing on CRTs, playing on like the actual, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like playing on actual hardware is so different than like emulators or anything like that, or the digital stuff like on the Switch. Yeah. Like doing this has been amazing to share that with them.
How many years have you come to this expo?
About like 4 years. First year, the first time I ever came here was 2022. 2022. Second time will be 2023, and my third time was in 2024. So this is my fourth time. Fourth time.
Actually, only our second year here. We didn't actually hear about it until we heard about it through a mutual. So we're very excited and very lucky to have found this very close to where we grew up, and it was great. Last year was a fun time, and this year I'm sure is going to be just as much.
We've been coming for 4, so it's been amazing ever since like one of our friends suggested it, because he's been coming for about 5 or 6. So he's like, dude, you got to come to this. You got to bring the fam out. And it's just been amazing to share with them.
What's something else that people may not know? Like if it's their first time coming, some tips that you might give them to make this sort of the best experience for them?
I would say the biggest tip, and I feel like the biggest tip is the most simplest tip. Get yourself. Oh no. Okay, don't be like me because I just lost it. I just lost it. Get yourself a pamphlet. I feel that'll be your most important thing when it comes to going through the Long Island Retro Expo. May I? Thank you. I'll make sure I give it back. Get yourself one of these, because believe me, it's going to be your savior when it comes to walking around here. We got our panels, we got our performances, we got our maps, we got everything in here when you come in. I feel that'll be the most best way to maneuver your way around this. There's so much to do, so much to see, and I feel like the best thing as well for any expo, for any convention, plan what you're going to do. And I feel like this will definitely help tremendously. What are you going to do on day 1? What are you going to do on day 2? What are you going to do on day 3? There's so much to do, so much to see, and so little time. We wish time could last forever, but sadly, it can't be our friend. So we got to make it our friend. And this here will help you out throughout it. So I would say wherever you go, give us a pip like this. It has all the tips and tricks you need to get through the day and have such a wonderful time. Bring your people, bring your friends, bring your children. Show them how gaming was for us when we were growing up. So that's all I can say about that. If you're like a competitive player that want to play in a tournament, then you should come here. But if you're like a cosplayer and want to try to win an award to dress up your style, wow some people, then you should probably come here too. Also,
I think it's a matter of understanding history and understanding preservation. I think that we are at a point now in video game history where it's crucial that we have a preservation going on. I mean, Frank Cifaldi with the Video Game History Foundation, they've been doing tremendous work on getting that through. And this kind of a convention is a really great way for people who want to get into the hobby or possibly make it a career to see and explore just the history and how everything came about, see the old technology, be able to handle it and feel it. So this is a wonderful place to be able to do that.
The museum.
The museum? What about it? Are you talking about the gaming expo or just the planes?
The planes museum. It's cool to see.
Yeah, because
to see some of them, it's really cool to see.
Yeah, because we're here in the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City, and it really is. You'll see it, I'm sure, in the video of us walking around all these planes right above our heads. What's your favorite game? What's a game that you got to play when you get here?
I'm just here to play the randomized game tournaments, and I'm about to go to the arcade just to play some Capcom vs. SNK 2.
I received my NES when I was 4, and I remember my father coming home from work dressed to the nine in his suit, sitting down with me playing the Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt cartridge, and I would pretend to be Mario behind him jumping, and also pretending to laugh as the dog in Duck Hunt. But I think that the true love of video games for me came with Super Mario World, which became my favorite video game of all time, both personally and nostalgically. So I think that that game, still being played today in Kaizo form, in different forms like Mario Maker, and through ROMs, I think that it is a very foundational game for anybody who wants to get started on retro gaming.
If there is going to be Mario Kart Double Dash, that's always fun because I feel like the last time we've been here, they had a whole setup with a bunch of different TVs and like different GameCubes. Got to hit up Halo, because they also have another LAN party. Got to go to some of the arcade cabinets, like some of the classics like X-Men or any like Street Fighter, things like that. And then probably Metal Gear Solid. Like I love Metal Gear anything. So if they have an NES or MSX, I gotta hit that up.
As you can see, there are plenty of reasons to come to the expo. Be sure to book your trip ahead of time in preparation for next year. And we want to give a special thanks to all the people that interviewed today, as well as the expo itself for opening their doors to us. I'm Nash from Off the Shelf Media. Thanks. Until next time.